Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into one of the most India's talked shows, Anupamaa. What started as a breath of fresh air has turned now into a topic of heated debates. So how did a show that resonated with millions become a source of frustration? Let's break it down. So let's start with introduction to Anupamaa. So for those who might not know, Anupamaa premiered in 2020 and quickly became a sensation. The show revolves around Anupamaa, a selfless housewife who dedicates her life to her family. Her journey of self-discovery begins when she realizes she is taken for granted by husband, children, and in-laws. The audience connected with her story because it mirrored the lives of so many women who sacrificed their dreams for their loved ones. It was empowering to watch Anupamaa reclaim her identity and step out of the shadows of societal expectations. We can't deny the fact that it has taught us so many lessons. In its initial episodes, Anupamaa taught us some powerful lessons. It highlighted the importance of self-respect, independence, and standing up for oneself. Anupama's decision to walk out of toxic marriage and build her own career was inspiring. The show also shed light on issues like emotional abuse, infidelity, and the importance of personal growth. Across generations found a role model in Anupamaa, and the show became a movement of sorts, encouraging women to prioritize their own happiness. How it took a turn for the worse. But somewhere along the way, the show lost its essence. When started as a bold narrative of empowerment, gradually became repetitive and, dare I say, toxic. Here's why. First, the show began to overplay the same conflicts. Anupama was constantly dragged back into the Shah family's toxic dynamics. Her growth felt stagnant as she repeatedly prioritized the very people who hurt her. Second, the characters who once seemed layered and relatable became caricatures. The villains got nastier, the drama became louder, and every problem was blown out of proportion. And then came the cringe. The melodrama reached new heights with over the top confrontations and endless monologues. Romantic tracks felt forced, and logical storytelling took a backseat. Instead of evolving, the show started pandering to TRPs with shock value rather than substance. The audience, who once championed Anupamaa, began questioning her choices and the show's directions. Just like the storyline when the entry of Anuj Kapadia happened in Anupama's life. He was and madly fell in love with her initially in the college days, but never able to express because Anupama married to Vanraj at an early age. The show became rise and the TRPs were very high on the track of Anuj and Anupama marriage.
की रात पर कुछ खास होती है बात।
अब आएगा अनुज कपाड़िया इस पार्टी की जान,
क्योंकि अनजान मोड़ पर होती है यादगार मुलाकात।
थैंक यू।
अनुपमा, शायद तुमने मुझे पहचाना नहीं। अनुज कपाड़िया, तुम्हारा क्लासमेट।
अनु का ये डांस देखकर ना हमारे क्लास का सबसे हैंडसम लड़का अनुज अनु पे ना फिदा हो गया था।
Now let's talk about the takeaway of the serial. So why did Anupamaa become toxic? It's classic case of a show overstaying its welcome. The need to stretch the storyline for higher TRPs often dilutes the original message. What could have been a tightly woven narrative of empowerment turned into a never-ending cycle of toxicity. At its core, Anupamaa started a story of hope and resilience. And while it's disappointing to see its current state, we can't forget the impact it had in its early days. Maybe it's time for Indian television to learn when to let a good story end. And that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about Anupamaa and its journey. Until next time, take care and keep watching the meaningful content.